Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Flex here, and in today's video we're going to be answering a viewer's question who just reached out to me not too long ago via email. If you would like to do the same, check out my channel page. You can see my email there. Ask away. I'll be glad to help in any way possible to the best of my ability to get you guys what you need. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. Hey Flex, how are you doing? I'm doing great, man. Thank you for asking. So my question for you has to deal with macros. Now, I've seen your other videos and they're really great and informative and have helped me out. But what I'd like to know is, how do you break down and separate your macros throughout the day per meal? I'm not asking what you eat and when, what time, but can you please put a little emphasis on that? If you don't know what I mean, I can always re-ask it. I look forward to the next video. Hopefully this will make the cut. Also, I really appreciate your content. It's concise and to the point, and it's helped me out a lot, as I've said already, about your macro videos. I look forward to new content from you. Thank you so much. FitFreak202. Well, man, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it, and I can answer your question no problem. So, for me, whether I'm cutting, maintaining, or bulking, no matter what I'm doing, I like to eat my meals with a breakdown that I always follow: carbs, fats, and proteins. And I like to separate them evenly throughout my meals. Now, if I'm eating 4 meals, or 5 meals, or 6 meals, or 7, 8, 9, or 10, I still break it down with the same formula. I like to keep it generally even throughout. And what that means is I will have a certain set amount of carbs, fats, and proteins per each meal. So my basic go-to is somebody that's eating 200 carbs a day, 100 grams of fat, and 100 grams of protein. I will effectively break down that so that every meal that I have has a little bit of each, so that I'm not left towards the end of the day with, oh no, I need a bunch of protein, I don't have any rooms for fats or carbs, or which way that end would end up being. So I will try to utilize having maybe, say, 30 grams of carbs and 20 grams of fat and maybe 40 grams of protein. Just try to keep it even throughout all my meals. That way, I'm not having too much of one and not enough of the other. I'm not sitting there at one meal and having 100 grams of carbs and then having no fats or protein. I'm not having at one meal just 100 grams of fat and no carbs or protein, and so forth and so on. That's just a little ridiculous. I don't want to just give my body one thing at one point in time. I want it to have a little bit of everything, which is more effective, at least for me. It possibly could be for you. Now, I'm not talking about, making it so hard that, if you're eating, say, 200 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, and 100 grams of fat, that you're going to have 30 meals and you're going to have 10 grams of this and 10 grams of that, and just have tons and tons and tons of small meals. But I do often eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. That's what works best for me. I'm not currently following intermittent fasting. I'm not doing, if it fits your macros or anything like that. I'm just eating clean every 2.5 to 3 hours. That's what works best for me, works best for my metabolism and my lifestyle. It might vary for you and when you can and cannot eat, your work schedule, your life, if you have kids or not, whatever's going on. It all plays a role. That's why I always push. Everybody's different. Everything about them is different. Their lifestyle, their training, their nutrition, their goals. I can't just put a blanket statement out there to cover everybody. But try to keep your macros in check, but without letting it be cumbersome. Don't let it be a pain in the butt, okay? Break everything down evenly so that you can get the best of both worlds. You can get enough of this and that and this, and you don't have to struggle throughout the day to try to fit everything. It really isn't that hard. But for me, like you specifically asked, I personally break stuff down evenly. So let's just take a gander here and say I had 4 meals throughout the day, okay? So what I would do is I would take my carbs and my protein, since they're 200 each, just for my example, and I would have 4 meals at 50 grams of carbs, 50 grams of protein, okay? That takes care of both of those right there. And my fats, I would do, out of those 4 meals, 25 grams of fats for those 4, okay? That way I break everything down evenly and I have consistency throughout all 4 of my meals. Now, generally for me, I will eat between 6, 8, or 10 meals a day, depending, where I'm at and what's going on. And when I say that, I'm not talking about I'm eating 10, actual meals. One meal for me might just be a protein shake, okay? Just straight protein, but I do try to add peanut butter, which has a little bit of carbs and fats in it. And I will, try to keep it so that I'm not eating the traditional big breakfast and then a small snack and then a big lunch and then a small snack and then a big dinner. I just don't like doing that. I don't like feeling lethargic and weighed down. So that's what personally works best for me. That's what I do with my nutrition and training. I try to evenly break it down throughout the day so that it's just more consistent. It's easier for me to eat quickly and just keep moving on about my day and to get into other things. And I'm not too weighed down or bloated or want to take a nap because, you don't want to sit there and have a feast every 2.5 to 3 hours. I mean, you just weigh yourself down. So more meals more often is more effective for me. It could be for you. I hope that answered your question, and that's what you were asking. If I did, let me know. If I didn't, I'm sorry, and I'll try to redo it again. If anybody has any other questions, comments, or concerns, please drop them below. Your next idea could be my next video. If you're not a subscriber yet and you liked what you've seen and heard in this video, as well as my others, if you check them out, please consider subscribing. I'll be posting how-to videos, informational videos, and answering questions just like this one every single day for you guys to help you out and get you where you need to be. This is Ralph Flex signing out. I hope everybody has a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.